Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to some more replays. Today we have 4 replays for you, and all 4 are from tier 10 medium tanks. And the first one we have is the Object 140. I'm kind of pleased that we have seen the Object 140 as a replay from you guys, because obviously with the T62A buff and pretty much all the medium buffs around it, the Object 140 is not really a go-to tank now. If you own the T62A, then there's no reason really to play the 140, because the T62 is just so much more better than this in every single way. So there's no reason to play this tank. But we have a decent replay, very good replay from Bletful, I think his name is. And he's on Oasis Pumps, and he does a brilliant job. So he decided to push left. But his team are mostly right. Now, the other medium on his team, the Leopard PTA, he was with him. But he made the right choice in running away and relocating. Nice bounce there from the Jaegeru, and he does take out his first kill of the game, which is the WZ113. As we know, the WZ113 is the highest DPM heavy tank in the game, so that's a pretty good tank to clear. So the Leopard PTA, he made the mistake, and he decided to just pretty much hold, and he paid the price. Where Bletful, he made the right decision in relocating. He see where the danger was, and he see that his team were all over this side of the map. So he has pretty much gone to join them. So he's now pumped up 2.5k damage, and he only really got shot once from that IS-8 in return. So that was good hit point trading indeed. But now it's 4 against 4. 4 against 4, but all 4 of his tanks are now rushing this Jaegeru, and the Jaegeru is not going to be happy because he's in the middle. I mean, he's looking at tanks, fair enough, but he's got 4 tanks all around, and the other 3 mediums on his team were the team that went the other side. So not the medium's fault at all. But he's now finding himself in a situation where he can still do damage. He's still doing damage. So fair play to him. And he's still getting the kills. So he's still alive. He's still alive. With 4 tanks all around, he is still alive. But the 140 now is going to leave the Jaegeru, because he can now see that the Jaegeru is not the, even though he just gets shot, I'm going to eat my words there, even though the Jaegeru's still alive and he's got the power of the gun, of the damage, he can see him as not the biggest threat, and the mediums are actually a bigger threat than the Jaegeru. Nice there. He noticed that right at the last second, and he manages to dodge the shot, and now we know that the Jaegeru is on a big reload. He can take him out to bring it down to a 2-on-2. So he's on 5.5k damage. He's blocked 1200 damage, which is pretty good, but the Centurion now takes out the pattern. So he's now on his own against 2 tanks. Nice shot there in on the T54. So he is now a 1 shot, and anything's possible at this stage. 5.8k damage, 2 kills, and just 2 tanks left to go. But he needs to start saving his hit points. He needs to take out that T54, because the Centurion is coming up, and there is the T54 who misses his shot, and he's going to get a nice hat shot in on him. Now, if the Centurion is running the Hesh gun, it's only going to take the Centurion 2 shots to clear this Object 140. But he's now in a situation where he's got the small gun. He's got the small gun, and he's only doing, what, 190 bounce. So already now he bounced that shot. He knows he has the small gun, and he knows that he can rush this guy. So 192 damage that time. So now he has the hit points, he has the DPM, and he can easily take out that Centurion for his final kill. 4 kills, 1390 block damage, and he finishes on 7255 damage. Well played, Bletful. Well played indeed, and it's nice to see an Object 140 doing a really good job as well. So next up we have an E50M. We have Rekka 2345 on the E50M on Normandy map. Is the E50M good? Says the T54. Well, T54, you are about to find out. Affirmative, the best, and he is going to play the best. He's going to have a really good game. He's going to have a really good game. The E50M, I say it all the time, it's probably one of the most strongest tier 10 medium tanks in the game. Not because, I mean, I'm not saying it's the best medium tank. I prefer other medium tanks like the T62 over this, and maybe even now the 121. But it's the strongest with the armor, with the gun depression, with the accuracy, with the speed. It's very strong, and the E50M is a tough tank. It's a tough tank to come up against on the enemy team. So as you can see there, a lovely bounce. If you're playing this tank hold down, then you will get some bounces, and even from the Foch 155. So he is dealing damage. He's not risking using his hit points. He's trying to save his hit points as much as he can, unlike that medium tank or whoever that was that just went rushing past him. But that's good. Whoever that was that rushed past him, it literally taking the attention of the whole of the enemy team, the 121, and he doesn't last very long. But he took the attention of the whole team, which allowed Record to get a bit more damage. Now, the Foch 155, he's in a kind of bad position there because he was showing his lower plate. The upper plate on the Foch 155 is a great tank, is a very, very strong. And now I love his awareness here. So he's spotted that the IS-8 has flanked around, and because he knows where pretty much the whole of the enemy team is, he went to rush the IS-8. Unfortunately, the Jaegeru had different thoughts, and he was like, no, you're not getting none of that damage. It's all mine. And he gets a nice ammo rack. So he kind of left his position, his decent position that he was doing damage. He was getting bounces for absolutely no reason whatsoever. A bit unfortunate there, but it is what it is. Fair play to the Jaegeru. Nice shot as well. So he's now got the E50 M to his left, and he's got the Foch, and he's taken a shot from them both. So he's lost quite a lot of hit points there. It is 6 against 6. The Foch is quite low hit points now, and he gets another nice bounce from that Foch. So the Foch is now on a reload. He's very low hit points. He's only a one shot, but now he's gone to help his other team, and he's decided to go for the E3 to help his T54. At first, when I first watched this, I thought that was probably the wrong decision, especially ramming an E50, E3. The E50 is the best tank in the game for ramming. Like, yes, but don't ram an E3. Like, an E3, not ram an E3. Like, it doesn't matter what tank you're in, don't do it. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea because you're going to come off worse. So he does manage to take out the E3 and the E50M. Now, the T54 is a tank to ram, and that's exactly what the E50M on the enemy team does. But now he's got a lot of work to do. He's a one-shot. He does manage to take out that guy. He gets a nice bounce there from the Type 61. Now, the Type 61 shouldn't be losing this battle. It's a 4-on-3. The Type 61 should not be losing this battle against a one-shot, possibly a two-shot for the Type 61, unless if he low rolls. But you shouldn't be losing this battle. You shouldn't be face hugging. I mean, the E50M face hugging is probably one of the best medium tanks. Now, he does get that shot there to bring him down to only 21 hit points. And you can see he's trying to angle. And he is going to get the shot off before the Type 61 reloads. And the Jaegeru on his team is now dead. So he's on 3 kills. He's blocked 2,700 damage, and he's on 5,500 damage himself with just 2 tanks left alive. He's only on 21 hit points. So he needs to wait for his ST1 to come. There goes the motion. So it's now a 2 versus 2. So it's not looking too good unless the ST can take a shot from this ST, then he can easily get behind. And he has taken the attention, so he can now just get behind, and he's just going to get some free damage. Nice fire there. Unfortunately, doesn't save the ST from getting shot, and it's now a 2 versus 1 with this camp, the KPF. So he's now going to get behind. Obviously, the KPF's going to want to know the ST, which again is probably the wrong choice. If I'm alone against 2 tanks, and one of them's a heavy and one of them's a medium tank, and both are a one shot, I would always 100% go for that medium tank, because the medium tanks, they have the armor. This has the armor, it has the DPM, and it has the speed. So if you can take out that medium tank, especially if you can take a shot if you've got the hit points to take a shot, or maybe even 2 from the heavy tank, always go for the medium tank first. 7,300 damage, a great job. Next up we have Qasim. Again, he is a regular feature on my channel. We featured him probably a week or 2 weeks ago in the FV4005, doing an amazing job. And this time he's back with the WZ121. He's on Himmelsdorf, and he's going to go and push forward. Like, he's gone quite aggressive, but this is a good spot for a medium tank. It's a great spot for the medium tank because you can spot the tanks that are crossing towards the tracks. You can spot the tanks. Sometimes you can even spot the tanks from the right side. So the enemy are capping base C, and they're also capping base D, which means he knows that. So he now knows that not all the tanks are around this area, so he can play a bit more aggressive, and he can try and get the grill, which looks like at the moment he is on his own around this side. So he's going to wait for his team. He's going to wait for his team, and his team are now pushing. The T62A is pushing the grill, and he gets a nice shot there in on the grill. So the T62 is now pushing. There is an Object 140 there. There's now an FV4005 there, so the enemy tanks are making their way. So that was probably a good decision in not rushing that grill, because if he had rushed the grill, he would have been exposed and he would have been in the open. But he decided to sit back. He was still dealing the damage, and it was a great decision in the end, because he would, there's 2 or 3 tanks on the red team that were over that way. So now he's spotted the Death Star that's not looking at him. And of course, as we know, the Death Star is a good, very good tank to take out if you can, because of that high damage shot that it has. But again, I love his awareness. He's looking everywhere. I mean, he noticed that the Death Star was on his own. He now has noticed that the Chieftain is flanking around, and the worst thing you want is tanks in front of you and tanks behind you. So he's gone to clear the flank, and as we can see, the Chieftain at the moment is on his own, and he is getting some bounces. He does have his team with him. Some of his team are with him, the Death Star, but the Death Star does take out the Chieftain. So that was a nice play, and he still remains full hit points. Now he has an IS-4, and he's going to obviously deal with the IS-4. The IS-4 is a fantastic tank, OP in my opinion. So he is gone to, I love what he does. He gets around the IS-4. So the IS-4 obviously goes for him, and now that means there is an E100 that is behind. So the IS-4 is now trying to get into the position where he shows his armor, but there is a Death Star, and the Death Star does take the IS-4 out. So that was good team play. That was absolutely good team play. Good awareness from him. And as you can see now, he has spotted, or the Death Star is spotted. Nice miss there. He pulls back just in time, and the Death Star is now a one shot. So there goes the Death Star. The Death Star on his team clears the Death Star on the enemy team to now bring it down to a 6-on-3. He's on 5,000 damage, and he hasn't got a single kill. He's only gone for damage there, and he's let his team pretty much get all the kills. So they're winning on supremacy points as well. Each team have 2 bases, and he's going to get a nice shot there on the FV, putting him now down to a 1 shot. So 71 hit points, and now he goes into hiding. So it's not like he's just gone for damage. It's not like he has completely farmed damage and left the kills. He just hasn't been able to get the kills. He's bring them down to low enough hit points, and then the kills have pretty much been stolen. So he does get a shot there from the FV. He could have actually took the FV out then instead of going for the mouse. But nevertheless, the Death Star clears the mouse. And it only just leaves 2 tanks left, 4 against 2. The 140, he's on 6,800 damage. He is going to get 1 more shot in, and he is going to get taken out. He actually bounces from the rear there. It was only enough to get the track, and the Chieftain takes him out. So 0 kills, absolutely no kills, but he still finishes on 7,238 damage. And look at that Death Star on his team, 1,700 damage and 4 kills. Complete kill still there from the Death Star, but he still played well. I mean, they worked really well together. Next up, we have Critical Hit, and he's driving my full-time favourite tank, the Leopard 1. I love this tank. It's still my favourite. It's been my favourite ever since I played it. I played it a long time ago. Ever since I bought the tank in the tech tree, when I was grinding it, I'd never really played it before. I don't even think I had a contributor account back then. But ever since I played it the first time, I aced it within sort of 4 or 5 battles, and I absolutely love the tank. It's just different. It's just different. I mean, it's not your typical Russian medium with a nice turret. It's not your typical E50M with nice armor. It's just paper. It is just paper all around. You can actually still get some troll bounces from your turret. Not often, but it's possible. It's possible. The reason why I love this tank so much is because of the mobility of the tank, the accuracy of the tank, the damage of the tank. I mean, it does 350, 360, over sometimes 400 damage. You can do around 430 to 440 on a high roll. The reload is now, it's been buffed, so it is the highest DPM medium in the game, or at least in tier 10. And it is paper, yes, but because it's paper, it makes you play a little bit different. You can't be so aggressive in the tank because you're just going to be ripped apart. And the big tanks like the Death Stars, the Jaegeroos, Grills, they should just be loading HE at you, because sidely on the side of your plate on your tank, you can just be HE'd pretty much anywhere. And even the front of your tank, you could be HE'd. So it makes you play a little bit different. It makes you start thinking about what you're going to do. Whether you want to poke that ridge or not, whether you want to flank around or not, it makes you think about what you have to do. So he's going to use his team. I mean, he's sticking with his team here. And he's sitting behind an E3, which is a fantastic tank to sit behind. And as you can see there, he can get some troll bounces from that Peugeot on the turret. But if you over angle, if you over use your gun depression and you poke up the ridge a little bit too much, then your turret does become very, very weak. But I've seen it before where if you can only just see the turret where sort of your gun, then you can really get some bounces, and it's quite difficult to pen. But most of the time, I mean, people are showing too much of their turret, and you're going to get penned all day long. So he's now gone flanking around, and again, with the mobility of this tank, it's one of the fastest mediums in the game. It's pretty much a light tank speed. And as we can see there, the Grill is shooting HE and he does a lot of damage. And here comes the E100. If the E100 starts shooting HE now, he can clear him just with one shot. But no need, the E3 is there to protect him. So it's now a 3-on-5. A 3-on-5, and he's lost a lot of hit points. And he really needs to take care of that Grill. But there's still 3 other TDs. 3 TDs that can still do nasty damage. So he really needs to take care of that Grill. There's another Grill there that he's just spotted that he hasn't even left spawn. I think he's just loaded up the game and just sat there. Just literally not even moved. So nice easy kill there. And it takes another TD out of the game. And we still know that there is another Grill that is a one shot. So we really need to take care of that Grill. He's still now spotted. He is spotted, and there is the IS-7 pretty much camping where the enemy Grill that was in spawn, where we should have been. Now, did you just see that? Did you just see that? Someone actually shot the gun of that Jagdtiger. That was lucky. That was lucky. He did get shot in return, but someone shot and hit the gun of that Jagdtiger. That was just so lucky. Absolutely so lucky. And he gets away with that. So he's now still sitting back. It's a 2 versus 3, but he's going to leave his E3 to do the damage. The E3 has a lot of armor. It has a big gun, and at least he can bring the Peugeot down to a one shot. So he can now rush the Peugeot, get that shot off, and now bring it down to a 2-on-2. We know where the IS-7 is at the moment. We don't know where the other TD is. And that was, again, a nice shot from the E3. So we can just poke the ridge, bait the shot, and now the IS-7 is on a one shot. And there is the Jagdtiger spotted, full hit points. Needs to be careful because the Jagdtiger is one of the highest DPM tanks in the game. But again, if we can get rid of the IS-7 right now, the tank is quick enough to use the mobility to get around that Jagdtiger, no problem whatsoever. So even though he's focusing on the Jagdtiger, for me, he should have really focused. He should have rushed around to the left. He could probably take a shot. He can take a shot from the IS-7, but if he can clear the IS-7, then it will leave 2 tanks on 1, and that 1 is a tank without a turret. So he can use that mobility to get around, no problem. And even if he doesn't do no damage and he just takes the attention of the Jagdtiger, it will give the E3 time to get forward and come up from behind. So he does manage finally to take out the IS-7 to now 3 kills. He's on 3 kills. The E3 is also on 3 kills, and he's on 6,100 damage. Now the Jagdtiger, he is going to get behind, and there's not going to be a lot the Jagdtiger can do. He does start turning, but no problem. he just has to wait here. He just has to wait here, and as long as he's got the Yag Tiger looking at him, the E3 can get behind, and he's more scared of the E3. He wants to clear that E3, but for me, he should have cleared the Leopard. The Leopard is the one with the mobility, just like I said in the other battle. And all of a sudden, his hit points have all gone. 7,296 damage. Well played to all 4 of these players. Thank you for sending me that in. And we will see you all again tomorrow night for some more replays. I'm Meadsy. I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.